It's a good time, opportune time to really speak about the inside story. So let me straight away begin by asking you, my information was that your party was already in touch with the Bharatiya Janata Party when Eknath Shinde had already defected, was in Guwahati, and the talks had already begun. I think so. The people of Maharashtra have the right to know the inside story. So when did the talk with Bharatiya Janata Party actually begin?
No, let me put it in perspective that we did not initiate any talks or any contact at the time of the relevant time you are talking about when Eknath Shinde was in Guwahati. Yes, it was known that the government of MVA will collapse naturally with the exit of Eknath Shinde. And therefore, a large number of, in fact, all our MLAs at that time had a meeting, internal closed door meeting, and wanted to, explore the possibility of having an alliance with the BJP at that time. So it was exploratory within our own internal system. It wasn't really discussed with anybody else, because by the time Eknath Shinde came and the government had already been formed, and we had not taken any decision or any firm, idea as to what we should be doing next. But yes, certainly
Mr. Patel,
in the past, no, go ahead.
Please go ahead. Please go on. No, Mr. Patel, what I was asking you is that there's no denial of the fact that this is not something that has happened overnight. The talks have happened. So we want to understand, when did it all begin? When was the first line of channel that was opened up? Because as I understand, Mr. Sharad Pawar was also in touch with the Bharatiya Janata Party.
No, Mr. Pawar has himself said that in 2019 he had a meeting with Mr. Fadnavis on an exploratory, way to see whether we could be part of an alliance with the BJP in 2019. That's what he said, and because it was in response to what Mr. Devendra Fadnavis has said. But nothing had been decided. That's what he said, which is, I have no reason to believe or disbelieve, because he is a senior person, and once he says, we should accept it. Now the other side is that in 2022, when the government of MVA was on the verge of collapse, definitely, as I said, there was an internal communication of our party that we should definitely explore the possibility of having an alliance with the BJP. And this current situation which has developed and which has led to the joining of Mr. Ajit Pawar and 8 other colleagues in the government, definitely this conversation has been going on for a few weeks with Mr. Devendra Fadnavis in Mumbai.
So can we put a timeline to it, Mr. Patel? As I understand, you are saying there was an internal communication within the party back in 2022. But as far as talks with Ajit Pawar is concerned, it has just happened a few weeks ago. As I understand, in May too, just before the dramatic resignation of Mr. Sharad Pawar, at that point in time also talks were already taking place. So why don't you help us understand? Because I believe that the people really deserve to know, at the end of the day, when were the talks really taking place? So let's talk about Mr. Ajit Pawar talking with the Bharatiya Janata Party. When did it all begin?
No, you see, I'm again putting it in perspective that within the party framework, there has been a talk about, our intent. That's why when this decision also with Mr. Ajit Pawar is now taken, is with the consent of the vast majority of people, both elected representatives as well as the rank and file of the party. So it is not that anything has been done like in a surreptitious way which is against the wishes of the party. The party as a whole, in a way, we have taken a decision as NCP. We have not taken a decision as some splinter or some separate group.
So you are clearly saying that your colleague, also working president of the NCP, Ms. Supriya Sule, was very much aware of the fact that large number of the legislators wanted an alliance with the Bharatiya Janata Party as well as Mr. Eknath Shinde. Am I clear on this?
Well, I can speak for myself. I don't know about anybody else, but this was not like, it was not some closed door secret meeting. So this was being talked by our MLAs, by a large number of people in the rank and file, at least expressing their views on whether we should be having an alliance with the BJP or not. Now you see, unless and until you take a final decision whether you want to go ahead, then only you can have a dialogue. Na? You can't be having exploratory conversations with other political party on such a major issue. Either you have a firm mind to do it or you don't have a mind to do it. If the moment you decide to do it, then only you will go into a detailed conversation. And that's what's happened. Ultimately, I'm sure Mr. Ajit Pawar has been guided into taking a decision like this by a vast majority of the party members elected and party organizational structure. So the fact of the matter is that such decisions have to be ultimately taken only when you know that your party is going to accept it, at least the majority of the party.